What's up, guys? I want to make sure you're listening. I really want you to hear this part. So stop what you're doing, pay attention. This video is going to be a little different than the other videos we've done. And so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to share my story with you, show you a little bit behind the scenes, what happened in my life leading up to starting the business. It's His Turf. And I also want to kind of share with you my journey that I've had in my Christian walk, so that way you can have a real understanding of what it is that God's doing. What's up, that superhero G? What's up, G? I went to a Promise Keepers in Dallas, Texas with my grandfather and my dad, and that's when God just got a hold of my heart and He showed me that I was a sinner and that I was lost, that I had something greater than myself to live for, and that was a personal relationship with Him. I didn't quite understand what that meant though. I just knew I needed God in my life. I went down in front of thousands of people and I gave my life to Christ. I was baptized. I came off of that just like feeling awesome. I really morally transformed my life. I started just trying to do good and do what was right. Started trying to really step out and pray and seek Him, and things like that. So even though I was praying with the football team or the basketball team, or going to church on Sundays, or just trying to morally be good, I still wasn't truly intimately pursuing Him on a personal, deep relationship, because I didn't understand what it meant. I didn't have any discipleship in my life. And so from 15 to 18, I walked that walk. At 18, I met my wife. I started going to a new church. There's a pastor there, youth pastor Sam, and he started to explain those things to me and to reveal that to me. I remember I went to a men's retreat, getaway, and just listed out all my sins, all the things that I was struggling with, my relationship, and he challenged us. And that day was a turning point in truly, intimately pursuing God on a personal relationship daily. And I turned from, the lust, the bondage, the sin that I was, tangled up in, and He delivered me from it. And I haven't turned back. It hasn't been easy, but I haven't turned back. It's really exciting because at the same exact time I was graduating college, I had a year that I was going to have to wait before I could pursue my career. And that's when I chose to really step out with Lawns for Tuition to It's His Turf. It's the very first yard I ever got paid for to go mow. That wasn't like a hand-me-out. So this, guys, is where it all started back in 2008, 2009 with Lawns for Tuition. This was the first client that let me mow their yard that wasn't like a family member or a friend, so actual paying client. It all started here. And so it's pretty exciting to come back, kind of show you all this, and see the way that it evolved. With Lawns for Tuition, I grew it to about 17 clients before I graduated. And so I graduated in the fall, and before I could actually become a firefighter with my degree, I had a year that I had to wait before I was 21. And that's when I decided to step out commercially, start a company. I was going to start a company called It's Your Turf. And I really felt like God was just grabbing a hold of me and telling me, to glorify Him and to step out in faith, and He would, bless me and my business. And so, after, talking about it with some people and really trying to make that decision and actually being discouraged from some people, I really felt like I should name my company It's His Turf, giving the glory to God. And so I did that, and I was actually doing door-to-door sales right here in the subdivision with a flyer that me and my brother made up, and we were just walking down. He was hitting the right side of the road, I was hitting the left side of the road, and we were coming down through here, and we actually landed a contact for a big subdivision. And so this was just maybe 1 month after changing the company name, and we landed a 24 home POA. And that's when we really knew that God was doing something crazy, because I'd never done door-to-door sales before. And so we landed.
this contract, and then that season, so from like April to August, we grew to over 60 clients. And by the time the next year came around for me to be a take the firefighter test, we'd grown to over 150 clients. That's when I knew that God had something different in store for me in his plan than becoming a firefighter. This subdivision here is Fox Creek and Hot Springs, and it really just laid a good foundation down for my company. The property manager of this place is actually who got me started doing irrigation and doing, just replacing some sprinkler heads, doing some adjustments, just show me a few little things, and just like really got me interested in it. This subdivision's also where I did a lot of my first hardscapes. So back here we did a backyard waterfall, deck, patio, fire pit, we did, some flagstone walkways and flagstone flower beds. It's just really neat. I can go down through the subdivision and basically point out houses that, a lot of my first, right over here I did a gravel walkway with flagstone insets, and I used like an additive sealer to hold the gravel in, something we had never done before. And there's a house down here at the bottom that was my very first hardscape. One of the customers, sweet lady here, she just really kind of took a chance on me and wanting to redo her flower beds, and I told her I was wanting to get into landscaping, and she just kind of took a chance on me. And so we came in here and did a lot of retaining wall block work and cleaned up her deck, and just redid her backyard. And so it's neat because this is actually still one of my clients, and it just completely opened the door for me to grow from a lawn maintenance company into an irrigation company to a landscape and hardscape company early on. Guys, and it's crazy to think that he grew the company the next year to over 300 clients, that God was in control. And we continued every year after that being obedient to him, and he would grow this company. And this is where like my house and where the office was, and like this right here was our carport where we stored all of our equipment, and this was our shed where we stored all of our handhelds and push mowers and stuff. Over here was our parking lot where all of our trucks would be stored, and then where all my guys would park. And it was just crazy to think that God had even bigger plans than that. And so he opened the door and the opportunity for me to be able to purchase some land and to build a shop and continue to grow the business and bless us. And so I want you to see a little bit of that as well. So let's go check that out. And now turn around. And this is it, guys. It's not finished. I want this like beautiful picture, all these plants and all this mulch and this gravel, and it just be finished, to share with you. But that's the cool thing about this next journey and like really growing the company that we're going to be documenting. But I want you to understand where we're at and what we're doing. And so like there's a lot of work that needs to be done, don't get me wrong, but it's super exciting. Whew. Golly, that was a long walk. So and here it is. I mean, it's amazing that God grew the company to, like I said, over 2,000 clients, and he's continuing to grow it. And we have, we do landscape lighting now, and we do hardscape and concrete work, and we have a delivery guy, and all these things that he's doing within the company, and how he's had his hand upon it the entire time. But there's even something bigger than that he's doing in my heart that can influence you. That's terrible lighting. This next thing's even bigger than, this building and everything that we've accomplished, and just really what God is doing in my heart that's going to influence you. So let's walk out here. I want to talk about it. So if you're still watching this, either one, you want to grow your business, or two, you want to chase a passion and be a part of something greater than yourself. So guys, yes, God opened doors, and yes, this was part of his plan. But it wasn't easy. I'm the one who had to take action. I'm the one who had to be sensitive to the Spirit, to let God lead me along the way. I'm not saying that I have it all figured out or that I have this magical equation that's going to jumpstart you to success with your business. But if you're ambitious, you're willing to take risks, and step out on faith. I think that I can save you some headaches, some stress, and probably some money along the way, just from the experiences that I've had that I learned the hard way. All right, guys, so if that's you and you want to get started, comment below on how I can help you in whatever it is that you're doing right now. I genuinely want to help you. There's no catch. I don't want your money. I'm helping other people with their startups and with growing their business and taking that next step, and I want to help you do the same exact thing.